All right, we're going to look at just some different ways that we can factor different situations. And so let's just run through the problems that we're going to go through. And by the way, if you do enjoy these videos or if they are helpful to you, it does help me if you like and subscribe and pass this information on to others who it may benefit. But let's just start with this one. Now, we've got a trinomial here. We've got a leading coefficient of 6. So the easiest way to look at this is we're going to multiply 6 times 11, and that gives us 66. And in this case, since this sign is negative, we want factors of 66 that are going to have a difference of 19. So when we subtract them, we're going to come to 19. So we can do 66 times 1. That doesn't work. We can do 33 times 2. That doesn't work. We can do 22 times 3. And 22 minus 3 is negative 19. So we're going to rewrite this middle term. We'll go 6x squared. Now this needs to be negative, so we're going to write it as negative 22x plus 3x, and then bring down our minus 11. You'll notice negative 22x and 3x is just negative 19. So we haven't changed anything, but now we're going to go ahead and just group these and factor. So in this case, we can pull out a 2, and we're left with 3x minus 11. Sorry, we're going to pull out a 2x. And then here, we can't pull anything out, so we're going to leave it as a 1 times 3x minus 11. And now if we factor out the 3x minus 11, we're left with 2x plus 1. And that's our factored solution. So let's do the same thing with this one. Again, we've got a leading coefficient of 2, so we're going to multiply our two outside numbers. That gives us 30. And again, we've got a negative, so we need factors of 30 that have a difference of negative 1. So we'll just go through the same process. 30 times 1, 15 times 2. We can go 3 times 10. Now, obviously, we're still not anywhere close. But let's just jump down to 6 times 5, and obviously 6 minus 5 is going to give us 1, or in this case, negative 6 plus 5. So we're going to rewrite that middle term. Again, 2x squared minus 6x plus 5x, and that's going to give us our negative 1x minus 15, and then we can group. In this case, we're going to pull out a 2x, and we're left with x minus 3. Here we're going to pull out a 5. Whoops, let me put that correctly. We'll pull out a 5, and we're left with x minus 3. And now we can pull out our x minus 3. And we're left with 2x plus 5. Now, that's how you do it when we got leading coefficients that are not 1. In this case, our leading coefficient is 1, so we can go ahead just to our factoring portion. And in this case, this sign is positive, so both of these are going to be this sign, which is negative. So now we want factors of 40 that add to 14. And we're adding because this sign is positive. So 40 times 1, we have 2 times 20, we have 10 times 4, and obviously that is going to add to 14. Both of them are negative because we need a negative 14. So we're just going to write it in as 10 and 4. Now, if you're looking at this one, if you understand the difference of squares, this is a very easy thing to factor. But if you can't remember how to do difference of squares, you can still factor this the exact same way. We're just going to rewrite this equation as 4x squared. We're going to say plus 0x because we're missing that middle term, minus 9. Now we've got it into the same way that we've been factoring all of these. So we're going to take 4 times 9, which gives us 36. And this time, because this is negative, we're going to be looking for factors of 36 that subtract to 0. So obviously we need the square root of 36, which in this case is just then 6 times 6. So we can rewrite this as 4x squared plus 6x minus 6x minus 9. And we can do our grouping. I'm going to make this a plus just so we remember that we've got negatives here. And in this case, we're going to factor out a 2x and we're left with 2x plus 3. We're going to pull out a negative 3, and we're left with 2x plus 3. Now we can factor out our 2x plus 3, and we have 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3, which is what we would expect when dealing with the difference of squares.